gonna find her, Mondo. We're gonna find her. We're gonna find her. We're gonna bring her home.
This is Tiara Lott. The 22-year-old was last heard from on January 29th. The family says she was with her boyfriend. They haven't talked to him.
We looking for you every day, baby. Mommy ain't stopping. I'm never stopping.
We're not gonna stop till we find you, T.
Her clothes were found in a house on Gold Street. That's in Lovejoy.
How did I end up with my baby coat that she had on Friday night in the video with him? It's back in my possession with her IDs in it.
The family shared with Two on Your Side surveillance video and pictures. She's seen walking to a car.
What concerned me most was she said the SOS and then the phone went dead. Then nobody could call her. She wasn't calling us. That's not like Tiara. We knew she got beat up by her face. Her face was swollen. We knew she was beat up. Her friend tried to send her an Uber over to the house. The phone hung up, and that's what she said. Like 3 or 4 people, a group text saying, God forbid if anything happened to me, that I love y'all, and tell everybody.
The folks that's here today, they true to this. So please, y'all, this gotta stop.
I can't take it. I can't sleep. I cannot sleep. It's a $5,000 reward for her.
This is the story of Tiara Lott, a young and determined woman. She had recently started a new job in IT and was full of aspirations for her future. Tiara's life took a tragic turn when she disappeared after spending time with her boyfriend, Whigham. Unfortunately, about 2 weeks later, Tiara's lifeless body was discovered near train tracks. Investigators were perplexed as to why anyone would want to harm Tiara Lott, a young woman with a promising future and a loving family. She had no known enemies, and her disappearance left her loved ones devastated. However, as the investigation progressed, it unearthed startling secrets and a dark plot that would stun even the most experienced detectives. Welcome to Viral Crimes. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more stories. This story takes us to Buffalo, New York, a city known for its vibrant culture and rich history. Buffalo is located in the western part of New York State, near the Canadian border. In this city, our story revolves around the tragic fate of Tiara Lott. Tiara was a promising young woman who had just embarked on a new chapter in her life in January 2021. At the tender age of 22, she had secured a job in the field of IT, showcasing her determination and aspirations for a bright future. Tiara was a determined and ambitious person. She had recently earned her GED, which was a big achievement for her. This showed her commitment to learning and improving herself. With dreams and aspirations that reached beyond her hometown, Tiara had the world at her disposal, ready to explore and make her mark on it. Her friends and family loved her and looked up to her as a symbol of hope and inspiration, showing that with determination and hard work, anyone could achieve their goals. She was strong and full of life and had big dreams. Tiara Lott and Whigham were in a relationship for an undisclosed period before the tragic events of January 2021. Tiara's loved ones had grown increasingly concerned about the nature of her relationship with Whigham. Friends and family members worried about her well-being as they observed signs of potential abuse. During one of Tiara's final video chats with a friend on January 29, 2021, Tiara had visible bruises on her face, raising red flags about the conditions she may have been enduring. But something terrible happened. Tiara suddenly disappeared, leaving her family and friends worried sick. They searched for her for 2 long weeks. During that time, they went to a house on Gold Street where they thought she was last seen. There, they found her clothes, shoes, and ID card, but no Tiara. The sudden vanishing of a young woman with a promising future was extremely disturbing. The search efforts for Tiara Lott were marked by the tireless dedication of both her loved ones and law enforcement. Her family and friends, deeply concerned about her sudden disappearance, spared no effort in trying to locate her. They reached out to the authorities, reported her missing, and initiated their search efforts. Simultaneously, law enforcement agencies in Buffalo, New York, also became involved in the search for Tiara.
Well, a family and Buffalo police need your help to find a young woman from the city who's been missing for almost 2 weeks now.
She video chatted one of her friends with her face beat up, saying she was sore. They asked her, what's the address to send an Uber? The phone hung up. Then 10 minutes later, she sent out, God forbid if anything happened to me, that I love y'all, and tell everybody.
She was at a house on Gold Street in Lovejoy. The family has been going to the house and neighborhood.
We found her clothes in the house, her boots, her shoes. Oh, God. We went back to the house 4 days later. We found my baby coat with her IDs in it.
The family has recovered video and pictures from surveillance that they say shows her. They want Buffalo police to step up the search just as they are doing. And there is a reward. The family describes Tiara as outgoing, loving, a fun person, a shopper. The East High graduate was about to start a new job, but she's missing.
Where's my daughter at?
The family says when they last heard from Tiara, she was with her boyfriend, and they haven't seen or heard from him.
My first fear is that my daughter is not here no more.
On February 13, 2021, the worst news came. Tiara's body was found near some train tracks on Wex Avenue. It was a heartbreaking discovery. Investigators didn't reveal how she died at first, but they said it was a homicide, a very serious crime.
Once Miss Lott's body was found, the person of interest, who was in fact Mr. Whigham from day one, became a person of interest not on a missing person, but now on a homicide.
In a tragic turn of events, Tiara's boyfriend, 28-year-old Andre C. Whigham from Buffalo, was arraigned on a murder charge in connection with the death of his girlfriend, who went missing in January 2021. Before she disappeared, Tiara had been spending time with her boyfriend, Andre Whigham. According to prosecutors, it is alleged that Andre Whigham intentionally caused Tiara Lott's death by strangling her with his hands inside an upstairs apartment on Gold Street in Buffalo.
Occurred in an apartment on Gold Street in the city of Buffalo, and the allegation is that he intentionally strangled his girlfriend, 22-year-old Tiara Lott, with his hands inside the apartment.
At the time, the two were dating. Andre Whigham, also known as Dro, faced a serious charge of second-degree murder. If convicted, this charge carries a maximum sentence of 25 years to life in prison. He was remanded without bail. Buffalo Deputy Police Commissioner Barbara Lark expressed a profound tragedy, acknowledging that while the arrest couldn't bring Tiara Lott back, the police were working tirelessly to bring some relief to her family. She described Tiara as a phenomenal young lady who did not deserve such a fate. Erie County District Attorney John Flynn emphasized their commitment to justice for Tiara's family, friends, and the entire community of Buffalo. It's worth noting that a reward of $7,500 had been offered for information leading to Whigham's arrest. He had been named a person of interest in the case in June and was the subject of a federal arrest warrant for unlawfully fleeing to avoid prosecution. Pastor Tim Newkirk, who knew Tiara well, described her murder as horrific and characterized it as a passionate and violent crime.
This guy is out and he's armed and dangerous and he is wanted. Yeah, we're supposed to take this serious because we don't want another victim, a teenager or a young person, female, to be lost in this kind of tragedy.
He emphasized that Tiara had dreams and aspirations that were tragically taken from her.
She was a loving sister and she was a loving person. She was a young lady. The future was in front of her. Just starting a new job. She was a beautiful young lady.
Despite Whigham being a person of interest, he had been on the run, leaving law enforcement and Tiara's family desperate for answers. There were moments of hope when they received information that Whigham might be back in Buffalo. In a turn of events, Andre Whigham, who had been missing for several months, finally turned himself into the authorities in May 2022.
A Buffalo man accused of strangling a woman has turned himself in. Police have been searching for Andre Whigham since January of last year.
Whigham is being charged with killing his girlfriend last January and leaving her body near railroad tracks. Now, police have been trying to track Whigham down for more than a year. Then this morning, he turned himself in for the murder of 22-year-old Tiara Lott. According to District Attorney John Flynn, Whigham is being charged for strangling Lott inside an apartment on Gold Street in Buffalo. Lott's body was found a few weeks after that incident near Wex Avenue. Officials say Whigham then left Buffalo, but remained a person of interest.
So it can be a homicide that is 1 day old, it can be 1 year old, it can be 10 years old, it can be 30 years old. The Buffalo Police Department never stops looking for those responsible for these crimes.
Prosecutors put forward their belief that Whigham had strangled Tiara to death inside an apartment on Gold Street and then took steps to dispose of her body before fleeing the area. As the legal proceedings continued, in February 2023, Andre Whigham chose to accept a plea deal. He pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter, a significant admission of guilt in connection with Tiara Lott's death. Several months later, he received his sentence: 25 years in prison.
Well, a Buffalo man will serve 25 years in prison for the death of his girlfriend. A judge sentenced Andre Whigham for strangling to death 22-year-old Tiara Lott in January of 2021. Her body was found along railroad tracks in Buffalo 2 weeks later.
This outcome marked the conclusion of a long and harrowing legal journey, providing some measure of justice for Tiara Lott and her loved ones. While it cannot fully undo the tragedy, it serves as a reminder that those responsible for such heinous acts will be held accountable for their actions. The tragic story of Tiara Lott serves as a somber reminder of the precious life that was cut short and the devastating impact on her family and loved ones. Tiara's untimely death should never have happened, and it highlights the urgent need to address issues surrounding domestic violence and the importance of early intervention and support. To prevent such tragedies, we must raise awareness about relationship abuse signs and offer support to those in need. Friends and family play a vital role in recognizing red flags and helping loved ones in abusive situations. Tiara's story reminds us to listen and support those who may be at risk. The impact of Tiara's loss on her family and loved ones is immeasurable. They will forever carry the weight of her absence, the dreams she never got to fulfill, and the potential that was taken from her. While the legal process brought some closure, it cannot heal the deep wounds left behind by this tragedy. My condolences to the friends and family of Tiara Lott. May you find the strength to heal and eventually find peace. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.